It's me again, Agatha. I'm just starting this new routine of just speaking my mind, just so that my voice can flow and so that I could just keep expressing myself, since it's been a bit hard lately, challenging to communicate with others, especially after the pandemic. The pandemic basically caused a lot of things to get out of harmony, especially because a lot of us had to social distance. A lot of us had to stay in our homes, and when that was happening, it just kind of forced or kind of caused us to be more separated, more far from each other, which I feel in a way affected me, because when it happened, I actually had it was literally about a year and a few months after moving into my new place. And I was just getting so comfortable living here, and I wanted to invite more friends so that we can make music together, create different art together. But when the pandemic happened, it just shattered all of my goals when it came to that, because a lot of people were scared to even step out their door. They were wearing masks, covering their faces, because they were afraid of getting that thing. I'm actually one of the people that I believe in the herbs, and I believe in using natural things from the earth, because the universe has supplied us with all the things that we may need here on earth through the trees and the different herbs that grow on the ground. Whenever I went through certain points of my life where I felt like I was getting sick, elderberry was very, very helpful for me, because it increased my energies, it boosted my immunity, just helped me to gain more strength so that I can heal from the sickness. I guess the issue really is that not everybody knows about that. Not everybody knows how to use the herbs from the earth. Not everybody knows how to take care of themselves. And that's why they come up with these things. But I'm a natural person. I like organic things. I like using the earth's medicine, the earth's plant medicine. I've tried so many different things before. I have recently tried psilocybin. Psilocybin mushrooms because there was a time in my life where I just felt so disconnected from everything, and my mind was just so clouded. Everything felt foggy, and it was after going through a very stressful year, a year where I was extremely busy and I was just doing so much things, going to so many places, taking care of so many people. And that year I really just needed to have rest for myself. And even though in the beginning of the year I was focused on skateboarding as much as possible, at some point my body just started to show me that it was just not something that I can do as much, because my legs just kept hurting, my body kept hurting, and I may have been dehydrated, but also I may have been malnutritioned because of just working so much, even though it's like I didn't necessarily have a actual 9 to 5, but I was doing multiple things for the people in my neighborhood, because it was just my way of contributing to the people that just needed my assistance, especially because I'm so multi-skilled. It's very easy for me to help people figure things out. And for some reason, during doing all of that, I became burned out at a certain point, and I needed rest for myself, and I needed the time for my body to heal. And since I kept on getting pain in my left ankle, I, at some point, went online, did some research on what are the metaphysical reasons for ankle pain in the left ankle. And what I realized is that left ankle pain usually has to do with basically not moving in the direction that you would like to go, or it's like being stuck in a certain path that is not working for you anymore. And what I realized is that even though I was doing all this work for the people in my neighborhood, they weren't related to what I really truly wanted to focus on. And even though I may have been given some money here and there for the work that I did, at some point, that money was just like breadcrumbs compared to my true calling, which has been always about creativity, expression, actually completing my art projects, my paintings, my jewelry, all the things that I really truly want to work on. That's really where my focus is supposed to be, based upon my interests, and including skateboarding and exercising and just staying fit. all those things matter and those things take time. So if I constantly am working to help all these other people, but not really taking that same time for myself, it could be very harmful. And so for me, I just made that choice after that year that I was just going to focus on what it is I really want to focus on. And that I should never even accept any breadcrumbs, because just because I'm getting paid doesn't make it worth it. Because as my life is passing by, I'm getting older, not getting any younger, am I? I'm just getting older, and my dreams and my endeavors, my goals, they only have but so long for me to actually complete them, so that I can be able to reap the fruits of my labor. So that year I learned a vital lesson, the lesson of focus and attention, and not spreading my attention in the wrong areas, because it's just not worth it, even though it did work in my favor still, because all the resources that I've accumulated actually helped to build my collection of supplies. So in a way, it kind of still worked in that sense. This is the reason why I have this microphone and this sound reducing padding thing around it. I forgot what it's called, but it's like a soundproofing thing that helps to like eliminate extra sounds from the environment. So it all kind of worked in my favor in a sense, because it's just, I guess the lesson truly really is that when we do things, we don't always have to stay doing the same thing. We can shift and we can choose to go in a different direction, because the cycle of that other thing has ended, and our bodies are indicating to us that it's time to move in a different direction. Like, don't stay stuck doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. We've got to make different moves if we want to see different things. So that's what I've been through in the past couple of years. And at this point in my life, after all of the social distancing and isolation that I've gone through, and having to let go of relationships that didn't serve me anymore, at some point, I did feel a lot of grief for having to let go, because there were points of those relationships that I really appreciated and loved, but then there were points that I realized that weren't healthy for me, because it just wasn't in harmony with the direction that I wanted my life to go in at a certain point, especially because it was just extra weight to carry for me, especially knowing that I had so much goals that I've had in my bucket list of goals I wanted to accomplish by the age of 30. But of course, I'm way older than that now, and I've only accomplished some of those things. But in a way, I understand that in every moment, I'm constantly creating my reality just through my thoughts and the actions I take. And that's why I had a belief that in order to quantum leap into a different reality, to timeline jump or timeline shift, quantum jump, and things like that, I had to take different actions so that I wouldn't be affected by others' energies and others' way of thinking and others' vibrations. Like I had to take control of my environment by eliminating the distractions and the dissonant harmonies or dissonant frequencies that weren't in alignment with what I intended for my life. So at this point in my life, I really truly feel that I want to connect again. Connect, especially because my energies have increased and my body does feel healthier and stronger because I worked every day to increase my energies by eating the right foods, by exercising, by going out for walks, by stretching, by doing yoga. And at this point in my life, I feel like I can handle interaction more. And I'm looking for people to connect with. I have been getting invited to many different events lately, and it just seems like my life is definitely shifting, and I'm way more creative than I've ever been, especially because I'm learning to utilize all these tools now. I actually have time to actually focus my energies, and the patterns of the past, they are fading and new patterns are being created just by me taking this action right now and choosing to do these podcasts. Maybe by speaking about this, I've opened your mind to something that you probably have been through or are going through, and you are seeking answers. And those answers are being answered. Those questions are being answered by just listening to me. I believe that we're all born for a reason. We're all born for a purpose. And we all have dreams, goals that we would like to see accomplished. And as we live through life, we have every right to go after them, to actually take the action toward them, especially if they're good dreams that actually leave the world better than what it is. because we've added something special, something beautiful for others to enjoy. We're only here but for so long, so we might as well live our life to the fullest, unless we just want to leave this world with nothing, as if we were nothing. And that's something that I feel is not my preference. I prefer to leave this world with something that the generations ahead of me can enjoy, and the generations ahead of me can appreciate and know that they too can leave the world a better place. So, I guess that's all I have to say for now. Alright. Until next time, strength of mind, shamanic oracle, signing out.